Good evening, everyone. This is John, and I'm here for Core GT. Coming at you tonight from the Nurburgring Grand Prix track. So should be a good one here tonight. It is the clunky chicane here at the end, unfortunately, so you will get to see some cars beating over those curbs pretty bad. I'll just cover a few little basics here. It's one fast repair per driver tonight. 17x before they get a drive-through penalty. They will have 40% fuel. There are no cautions here tonight in this 1 hour race. It is 95 degrees outside. Sorry, the track temp is 95 degrees. 78 outside. Just a little bit of wind, a little bit of humidity. No rain is forecasted for this one. So we have that. We'll go over here. The guys are currently in qualifying. Let's check in with our current. Yep, we are live and there. This is Mason Smith here in the red, white, and green Ferrari. You know, Ferrari's a little meta here at the moment, so got just a little bit of. Let me turn that down just a little right there. Yeah, it's a lot of Ferraris you'll see here tonight. Finally got our divisions up. You can see Mason, Dom, Parks, Chris for Hamilton, Nick Nickerson, and Nathan Sides. These are your top 6 right now in gold division. The rookie division after the 5th race, and I am still visible in the middle here. As Carl will say, what is this, the amateur hour? So, sorry for that. But they're currently showing the rookie division in green. They'll actually have red banners on their windshields for the guys who were here for last week. I don't think I have an updated set from Parks just here yet for some of these guys, but Ricky Renner, I got a feeling will be promoted up probably to silver, maybe in the gold, judging by his lap times there. So that's why it's showing the rookies ahead of the silver division, where we currently have Sahaj Padiyar setting the quick time of a 1:59.4, and then bronze division down there below in the pink. So gonna have to work on getting the colors right. Still dealing with some SDK weirdness and iRacing for that, having so many divisions here. But once we can drop the rookies out, I can do play a little bit more with the colors. So looking like gonna have 30 guys here out on track tonight. So it should be a nice full field. Let's check in with Parks Delacrucis in the PlayStation one. They got about 3 minutes left. So there's Ricky Renner in the next gen Porsche there. Pogo on the banner. Checking in here also Sam White. I did not have Sam White in here. I'm going to give him a class. I guess he hopped in a little bit late here. Put Sam White here at the bottom. As I do not see him in there, he will be tossed in the rookie division right now. There we go. So that will get him correct with everybody else. There we go. Get a little update from SDK. So Sam White now in second in the rookies. Check in here with CJ. Is CJ still out on track? Nathan Nickerson. Here's another new one here to Core. Apparently no relation to Nick Nickerson that we see up in 5th currently in the gold division. So looking like your difference here. So CJ Conklin leading bronze. Let's check in. Let's find Abi Vishwasam. Where is he? Where is Abi? Abi is in the pits with the Castrol Ford right there. As we have about a minute and a half left to go in qualifying here. Let me set this to exciting here and see if we see anything interesting happen while we are waiting for this thing to get started. This is one of those tracks where using, as Chris says, I paid for all of the track. I'm going to use all the track. So that is quite an important part. Checking in here on chat, Barry Kistler saying, let's go Dominic Ford. Yep. Judging by their qualifying times, Barry, I think you're going to see Mason and Dom nice and close to each other for a good bit tonight. But as you can kind of see, there's only 2/10 there separating them. They're going to try to get one in. I guess Dom's starting this lap here. And we can ride on board with Dom. Yeah, let's see if it'll be... Huh. I just lost audio here on my end. Let me see, is that a camera deal or... Hold on. Sorry, guys. Looks like something decided to steal it. We'll do this. There we go. A little bit of an issue there with the sound, but looking like the audio is coming through, so we will jump into... There you go. You get a decent idea of the inputs Dom's using on this lap here. So the Ferrari going all the way down into first. Mason Smith setting a new hot time of a 1:58.155 there. Keep an eye on this timing tower, see who manages to pop something else in here. Dom's going to be very close on whether or not he's able to get this full lap in here. You can see, yep, right there. Let's see, going through the Schumacher S there and then down into this section here. Using all of the curb there on the inside. See if he uses the curb here on the inside to get up. Nope. Does not need the extra rotation in the Ferrari. Plenty of front end grip. Down through here into the clunky chicane after getting up to a good little speed here. Down through the gearbox into first. Take the curb. Hit the curb. Run it out to the edge. Using all of the track on there again. And he's going to come in nice and close. Apex point kind of being that little red area there almost right after that. Oh, that is going to be an invalidated lap time for Dom. I know your pain. I did the same thing last night, Dom, in CRSL. So, but hey, at least you got a lap in. I didn't get to get a lap in. It's the benefit of the open quali. So, looking here, Christopher Hamilton still here out on track. He's going to try to set us a heater here, and Park Solid Cruz trying to set one as well. Chris, we're going to get to see the lap time 1:59.26, not making any improvements on his lap there. Looks like a Bramble here will be the last one here out on track. Coming across the line there. Bramble putting in a 2:02.095. So, everybody's setting their laps here. We will get the grid up here in a second. So I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that I've got the button. So we can hide the grouped colors there. Probably run it like that for the better part of tonight. Actually, that's not too bad. So qualifying is over. It's not giving me the grid here just yet, guys. There we go. Yep. Okay. So, got that figured out since I changed it up, but you can kind of see where everybody stacks up. Looks like James Pierce managed to get a time in there. As we're going to slide up here and take a look at our grid. So, in gold, we have Mason Smith taking pole with a 1:58.155. Dominique Ford in second, 2/10 off. Park Stella Cruz in third, 7/10 off. Christopher Hamilton, 9/10 back there in fourth. Nick Nickerson in fifth, and Nathan Sides in sixth, with Jake Browder rounding out the top of your gold division there. Jake not getting a time in. In the rookie division, we have Sam White setting the fast time with a 1:58.8. Ricky Renner about 2/10 back. Jack Peterson there in a third. And let's see, is this going to play the way I want it to? Braden Carlson in fourth. There we go. Morgan Smith in fifth there. Parker Doom in sixth. Steve Santana in seventh. Eric Martin in eighth. Jose Marai Sorry if I butchered that too bad. In 9th, Fozzie Fazzillo in 10th, Nathan Nickerson in 11th, and Michael Pickett-Kinney. I'm sorry, I absolutely butchered that one. But in, let's see, is going to be in silver. We have James Pierce setting a 159.2983. Sahaj Patiar there in second, about a tenth back. Powell Casket will be in third. Tyler Bramble in fourth, 1.5 back. Craig Potter fifth. Abhi Visuvasan in sixth, about 2.3 back. And Tim Thompson there in seventh. On to the... I've got to double check the... Oh, yeah, that's right. Justin Kirby should actually be in rookie. So we'll have to change him here shortly. CJ Conklin there in first for our bronze division with a 201.025. Alex Jaspers about 1 second back. James Molyneux in third, 1.9 back. John Crane in fourth. Let's see, is that our full field there? It is. So we will hide that. Let's go here. Show us the race info. Hide that. Gonna roll down here, and we're going to see the grouped header here on the left. Check in with our leaders there. You can see everybody rolling through here. Looks like everything's going good on the stream. Got a good connection. As we will see all these cars fire off. Nurburgring is a little hard to run on the computer. So this first little front stretch down into turn one, hopefully nobody takes it 3 wide or 4 wide or 5 wide, and everybody gets off here safely. As it is 5 lights that are about to go
green flag.
green now. That is Dominic Ford and Sam White trying to peek around the inside there, deciding to slide back in line. Everybody here, we will kind of jump back here just a little bit, see if... Looks like everybody has made it through turn one. Oh, a little bit of back there. Sorry, everybody's moving around there. Looks like a B. Vijayvasam and a few others, but no serious looking damage, it appears. We'll go back to our leaders here. We can check back into that later once this field spreads out a little bit. As we see the PlayStation BMW of Parks de la Cruz back there, looking a little feisty. Dominique Ford taking the lead from Mason Smith through the little squiggly section, as I like to call it there, at the beginning of the lap. As coming down in here into the 180 heavy braking zone. See who is going to try to set up any passes here. Everybody kind of keeping that one clean. Check back in with the leaders here, going through the Schumacher S's. Oh, that is Ricky Renner there going off track and hitting that barrier hard. We'll have to look at that here real quick. Let's see what happened to Ricky. Catches just a little bit of the curve and sends the Porsche into the spiral, and there you go. Had to tow back. All right. Check back up here with Dominique Ford. Go back live and see. There we go. There's Dominic going in for lap number 2. They're leading the pack. As you can see, this top 1, 2, 3, all the way to 8th position there, all within a second of each other. Then a 2-second gap back here to Braden Carlson. Then you have Nathan Sides and Jack Peterson. So Peterson, I believe we saw last week running a red Mustang. Or was that Braden? I cannot remember. Oh. Speaking of, that was Braden Cross. Oh, trying to get him turned around. That is, I believe, James Molyneux as well there? No. That is Jack Peterson. Right there, stacked up on top of each other. That one's going to hurt. That's going to give Bryce a little bit of work to get done here. As you can see, slowly it appears that Dominique Ford and Mason Smith are starting to try to break away there from Sam White. Just a little bit of a gap forming. And Parks De La Cruz there, parked on the back of Sam White. Christopher Hamilton running another BMW there. I'm kind of afraid it was going to be the all-Ferrari show tonight, but it seems like up front here the guys all picked some different vehicles. Got James Pierce running the Ford. I don't know how intelligent of an idea that is. James does have a ton of pace here, but I did some practice laps on the Ford to try to help a B, and it felt clunky and just awful. As we see Chris there into the braking zone. James deciding to slide back in line. Not going to try for the move there. So some good racing right up here towards the front. See if James is going to try to poke the nose down there into turn one. The hard right-handed hairpin with a nice little elevation drop if you stay towards the inside. As nope. Looks like James is perfectly happy to kind of keep it clean here. He is catching up to the back. Well, he's just kind of back there on the back of Christopher Hamilton. Let's go back here a little bit here and see Morgan Smith and Parker Dewham. They're doing a little bit of a battle. Morgan coming out the victor in the Lamborghini. Yet another car nice to see out here tonight. Tyler Bramble in the Ferrari. Normally a Mercedes guy, but good to see Bramble trying out a little diversity there. Has Justin Kirby on his back door, and that is another one that I will have to fix. That will wind up being next week. Well, no, according to his window banner, Justin Kirby is in silver, so we can actually fix him very, very quickly here. Justin. Silver. There we go. So that puts Justin running there, I believe, third in the silver division. All right. So James kind of restoring order a little bit. Getting everybody except for the Sam White still putting in faster laps than the bronze division. So let's go back here in the pack a little bit further. Nathan Nickerson in the BMW as well. That Bill Stein. Is that a tribute to No Punterino Jimmer? I think it is. I know, but he was running a GT4, but still, it's, you know, not a ton of difference between one BMW and another, in all honesty. Not in these newer cars. Slightly different sizes. Going back here, got Powell Casca. Another one of these 212 guys. He's running the Audi. Powell likes that little rear end locking diff that the Audi has that drives me absolutely crazy. Poking a nose in there, trying to make a move there on Nickerson. So he's trying for the cutback, maybe. Is he going to have the room underneath? Little squiggle out of the BMW as they come down here into the right-hander downhill. Nope, BMW covers it off. Powell going to the inside, decides to back out of it, and on this battle goes. Down here into the hairpin, we will see, can Powell make a move down into this heavy braking zone? Peaking, but not quite. Looking like he's deciding to hold his station there. Checking out two of the new guys here. Have Jose. And the, oops, I believe that's how you pronounce it, Porsche there in the rookie division. And then back here we have Michael and Fozzie Fazzillo, which I know his last week did not go so well. And Steve Santana, an early retirement from Spa as well. Nice to see he has made it to lap 5 so far. Alex Jasper is one of our resident Canadians making core international. Is running down here in 22nd overall and second in the bronze division. So good job there, Alex, here tonight. Looking back here, we have Ricky Renner, Jack Peterson, this little combo after their earlier incidents. They're going to be making their way through the field, so you see that is Peterson trying to make a move there. And gets it. Well, Peterson's trying to get around Renner as well. As it appears, Renner has solidified that spot. Now he's going to go to work on the back there of Alex Jaspers. Going to the outside maybe there? No. Decide. No, he's going to go way inside there. Alright. Checking with Aviva Shivasam. Oh, I see W did get some damage on the front of that Mustang in that turn 1 pileup, which we needed to go back and check. So now that everything's calmed down a little bit, let me see if I can get that. Click right here and see what all happened. So everybody on the brakes, and then yeah, just everybody. Oh, I believe that's CJ. Yep, the spun car there in front of him. Nowhere for Abby to go. One of those things. Nobody was being silly. Just not a great place to be. But Abby running 8th now in silver division. Coming up to the back here of Tim Thompson. Checking back up front here, we have Dominique Ford and Mason Smith. Separated by about a half a second, but they have put almost 5 seconds there on Parks de la Cruz. Sam White, you can see he is in the rookie division, however, still running 3rd overall. Then Christopher Hamilton back here with James on his back bumper still, as we are 10 minutes in, 6 laps into this 1 hour race. Going back through here, checking out Nick Nickerson running the Porsche here tonight. He is behind the other Porsche of Nathan Sides. So good to see the German manufacturers still being supported here at the German track. So you can see how much of the curbs you can take there on the inside. You don't want to touch the ones on the left. They'll slide you right out into missing it. Checking in on chat here. Kelly, she's telling me to use my phone to check that. And probably not the world's worst idea there, Kelly. No issues with the stream. Everything's going pretty good. All right. So going in here, looks like we have... Oh. Can't click on him. Justin Kirby. Generally an oval guy, but it looks like he was getting a little sideways there. He's going to be coming into the pits here with 40% fuel. I don't think they're going to make it from here, so they're going to wind up having to take their fast repair, probably get a little bit of fuel, and have another splash and dash at the end. That's going to be... All right. Had to deal with the wife there for a second. She decided to get me some dinner. So there, Justin Kirby is back on track. Let's see here. Who's got a nice little battle going, it looks like here. Checking in, looks like Tyler Bramble and Craig Potter. No, that is Alex Jaspers on the back of Tyler Bramble. Having a little bit, staying within about a half a second each other here. Two Ferraris for class position. As it appears, they have pulled out a little bit of distance on Avivius of Awesome. Eric Martin there in the other Porsche. And you see Braden Carlson right there. Feeling Jake Browder. Oh, showing an accident here out of Fozzie Fazzillo. Let's see what happened here. He is turning in. Oh, catches the rear tire on just the edge of that, and it spins the Mustang. Not what you want to have happen here. Nice, safest rejoin there. Everything considered, and back on their way. Checking in here. The biggest gain here of the night. There we go, finally picking it up. Is Michael here. Up 14 places from his original starting position. And in front of him, Nathan Nickerson up 13 places. So, and then inside the top 10, you've got Parker Dewham here. He is up 9 spots from his original starting spot, getting to the top 10 here. And that is putting Parker there as currently second in the rookie division, about 20 seconds off the back of Sam White. Speaking of which, let's check in with Sam White and see what kind of spacing it looks like from him to Parks de la Cruz back there. It's, about 2.5 seconds now. So Sam kind of running in his own section of track. We will pull the track overlay up here, or the track map, so you can kind of see the leaders there going into get ready to slow down for the clunky chicane, and the last car there going through the little squiggly bit after the front straight. Showing something going on with the 221. Who is the 220? That is Powell Casca, missing a front bumper. No. Let's see here. Powell Casca, what happened to you? Did the Audi do Audi things? Yep, loses the back end. Nothing you can do about it once it goes. Tries to get it woed down, but it does not stop in grass. Taking the front bumper off of that car, taking the splitter. So that will be a little bit of pain there for Powell Casca. That dropped him quite a few spots down. So I believe Powell was running right near Sahaj. I think he was in the... I think he was about 12. Let's go back live here. Let's see what other close battles we have here on track. Looks like Steve Santana trying to make a move here on CJ Conklin. No, sorry. That is Jack Peterson making a move on Steve Santana. I get messed up when it shows it from the reverse. So, going on here, let's see who we have. Just all throughout the field, plenty of guys running here, 2, 3, 4 tenths apart. Santana currently holding that position over Jack Peterson. 15th overall. 6th in the rookie division. So most of these guys will have about 3 more races before they'll be sorted into one of the divisions. And this section of track here, it's just, you can get a run on somebody, but as you saw the brake lights flash on the Ferrari, it is, you can't really go too wide through there. I mean, you can, but you're going to have a lot of push and give there. Taking back, let's see here. Already the leaders, Dominique and Mason, their pace has dropped out of the 158s, almost out of the 159s. Currently only Dom, Mason, and Sam, I believe, are still running in the 159s. With the exception last lap, James Pierce narrowly kicking in a 159.9.3. I know that. Just in case they updated the pit stop strategy, so you can kind of see who here has that. We can look up their time. Oh. You can see James is thinking about trying to make that move there on Christopher Hamilton. But you have these three, you know, so close you could almost throw a blanket over all of them. Get back in here with Parker, still in 10th overall and 2nd in the rookie division. Kind of running out here in no man's land. Back here we still have Craig, sorry, yeah. That is Craig Potter and Tyler Bramble, sorry. That's trying to make sure I'm looking at them the right way now. They're running about somewhere between 4 and 6 tenths, depending on where they are in track and who's getting better corners and who's not. Really. Now this little group here, you have a B, Eric Martin, and Powell Casca. Powell looking to get around these two here. I guess Powell decided not to take the front bumper repair. Yes, we will hop on board here with Eric Martin and give you kind of the driver's eye view of what this overtake on a B might look like. But you can see exactly how much of these curbs these guys are having to use. Eric into the pits here. Just about taking out the pit wall on entry there. So we will go through here. Let's see. Where is my pit lane camera? I don't have a button for that, do I? No, okay. I'll have to go to TV1. That should work. Don't see him taking tires. Maybe taking a little bit of fuel. Trying a little counter strategy or something, maybe. But still the real battle here between Parks, Christopher, and James. Pulling the old BMWs out of long-term storage. Don't really see them used as much as more now since we have the Corvette and the Ford being the new cars on iRacing. So now you can see still about a front straight and the little squiggly bit there. The difference between Dom, Mason, and the next car ahead of them, which is the 241 of Eric Martin. Back here still have the battle between Craig Potter and Tyler Bramble, but they have caught up to the back of Steve Santana here. See if Craig has something for Steve. Down into the braking zone. This should be the Porsche strong spot, and you can kind of see him pull away a little bit. That rear engine giving that a little bit of extra traction to the tires. Bramble deciding to come on in at this point. I guess he's going to try the undercut. And that is Craig tucked under the back of Steve Santana. As they going to do a little bit of a braking battle here down into turn one. That is Craig taking the spot for... Where did they disappear to? Yep. Craig's third overall or sorry, not overall, third in his silver division currently. Whew. One of those days, get an itchy nose. So, looking here, it appears no real change out of your top 6. They've just been kind of running like this. You know, I've got a feeling James is waiting for Chris to make a mistake, but also at the same time, let's hop on board with James here, and you can see, you know, just from the cockpit how close he is trying to stay to the back of that BMW. So luckily, these all being front engine rear wheel drive cars, you know, their characteristics and limits are all, you know, pretty much the same, at least according to the BOP. It's not like the difference if you have the Ferrari where you may have a lot more front grip but no rear grip, or however the particulars work out exactly, but they're at least sharing the common layout. Oh, that is Sam White in the pit lane here. Did he have an incident? I do not see an incident. So as we are 24 minutes in of this 1 hour race, that is also Nick Nickerson in. So I'm not sure if we're going to be two-stopping it here tonight or not. As we see Nick goes up, he's at least going to take a couple tires. So wondering if the tires are just dying in this nice heat. We'll pull up the weather tab here. Let's see. There we go. Yep, you can see Potter and Nickerson. They're into the 2. Yep. So that's putting Nickerson back down the field just a little bit. But your top 5 now are just, they're out here turning laps. They've done 12 and a half laps just about. Ooh. Doing an off track for John Crane here. What happened to John, that blue Ferrari? Oh, runs a little wide, catches the gravel there, and just slow spin into the wall. Not what you really want to have happen. Oh, John, be careful how far you go over there. They will reset you and give you a penalty. As Sam White has come out and in clean air, probably going to try to maintain that. That is our leaders, Dominic Ford and Mason Smith, coming into the pits here. And now that is the next 3 of Park Stella Cruz, Christopher Hamilton and James Pierce in the pit lane. Leaving Sahaj Patiar. Is he going to be in? Yes, he is. Nathan Sides is also in. So Sam White is the only car that has not yet been in the pit lanes that is out. And then you have Craig Potter, who is also not pitted yet. So since we're about to the halfway point, while some of these guys are doing some pits, Dominic Ford getting out ahead of Mason Smith by a large chunk there. So Mason, I believe, taking tires, and that has let Sam White through. I have to watch this battle here for a second, see if Mason has anything for Sam, or if he's on cold tires. Is Sam going to pull away? Stay tuned. We're going to find out. Let's do a little on-car action here. Kind of see the point of view from Mason here. As you see those wonderful fireballs out of that black McLaren. Mason gonna try to set the pass up for the exit here. Not gonna want to probably having enough to do it before the S, but he wants to get that overspeed to get around at the top of the hill and make it a battle under the brakes. As Sam White goes a little defensive off the exit, I believe, but no, Mason tucks in back behind, not having a good enough run there on Sam White. So Oh, the gold around the exhaust is a nice touch. As Mason is thinking, is he going to sell him a dummy move? Nope. Looks like he may have been trying to see if he could force Sam White into outbraking himself. For Mason, being behind Sam here is not what he's going to want, as on these outlaps, if Dom can make up a little bit of time while he is behind Sam, let's see. Oh yeah, Mason 7 seconds slower last lap than Dom. That's gonna give him a. Now some of that was in the pits, I know. As Mason gonna maybe look underside here to the inside. Nope, the door is kind of closed on him. So, ooh, Mason awfully close to the off track there on the inside corner there, using all of the track. So it appears the speed difference here between Sam and Mason is not enough of a difference to make it easy to pass, but Mason right here on the back. Let's try this angle here, see if we, no. Mason gonna try to cut back a little bit. Looks like he's got a little bit of a run. Is Mason gonna try to make it too wide through the Schumacher S? No. He's going to try for it maybe at the top into the next braking zone. He is tucked up in there. Pulls alongside. Hard on the brakes. But Sam White holding on to that second overall position there. So I am very curious to see what the lap time difference between Dominic Ford, Sam White, and Mason Smith will be. Looks like White going a little defensive there. All right, as they're going to launch onto the backstretch, see if Mason is close enough this time to have maybe a little bit of action here in turn one. Definitely your best battle here on track, currently within a quarter of a second of each other. Mason a little harder on the brakes, is in early, forces the McLaren to open up his line. If he does it right, he can get the cutback maneuver and take the lead into the next left-hander for them. And Mason trying all the tricks in the book, trying to manage to get a little bit of a run here or there. All right. But yes, on track, this is still the best battle here going on. Mason all over the back door of Dominic Ford. That gap now up to into the 8-second range for Dominic to Mason. Mason diving in below. Sam White realizing he probably overcooked the brakes just a little bit. Tucks in nice and close. Definitely going to at least try to get the draft there off of Mason. So I want to thank everybody who's tuning in here tonight for us, and make sure you like, share, and subscribe this. So we have crossed that 1,000 mark now. I got to deal with Jimmy on a few other things to get the channel doing what it should do. But as you can see, once Mason got past Sam White, already opened that up to 7/10. Mason being an absolute animal in the Ferrari here. Dominic Ford as well. Both of these guys, showing their best laps. Almost 3/4 of a second in some of these cases to their next closest opponents. Now James, a little bit off of Hamilton and Parks here after that pit phase. Pull up the dashboard here, you can kind of see what kind of speeds they're doing. Down into the 30-mile-an-hour range for turn one, which you don't see many racetracks where the guys get down and get going that slow. 33 minutes here. Going to do a little section of you love to hear it. Going to run through some of these cars and let y'all hear the sounds of iRacing. And there you go, the fireballs of the McLaren. Always a good sight here. As you see, Park Stella Cruz and Christopher Hamilton still in view, but you see James Pierce back there a little bit. Last lap, though, running a 159.04, or actually, sorry, a 159.77. That was his previous best lap. We pull up our lap times here, see how Pierce is doing. Yep, you can see after the pit cycle, 7/10, 1 second, 0.07 that last lap. So Pierce trying to close back onto Christopher Hamilton there. Checking in here with Nathan Sides. Nathan having a pretty good race here for, yeah, 5th in the gold division, but with the current competition up there, you know, hey, I'd be happy with a 5th in the middle of those guys. You know, a little off pace, but yeah, like I said, this track's not everybody's forte. But as you can kind of see here on the track map, they are spread out all across the track. Going through here, looks like Tim Thompson, well, he's coming into the pits there. But you got Abby, and I believe that's Alex Jaspers there. I guess Abby didn't take his fast repair. Looks like they fixed a little bit on the left side. Didn't get quite to the right side just yet. So, checking back through the field here. Yeah, it's maybe a small mistake from Christopher Hamilton there, as Parks has opened that out to a 1.5 second gap there. And James Pierce on the mean hand has cut that down to 2.6 seconds. A little bit of a battle here between Jose and Powell Casca in that Audi. As it appears, yes, he got the front end fixed. But currently we have Fozzie Fazzillo and James Molyneux going for a little bit of a battle here. Fozzie looking around, maybe thinking about trying to go to the outside. Is he going to cut back and take the inside? No, he is going to stay behind the Corvette of James Molyneux. Checking in with the chat here, Barry. Yes, very good racing here tonight. A lot of good passes. Oh, not a spot I would have guessed to go for that one there. Good job on Fozzie. See if he can solidify it in the braking zone into the left-hander here. Clears the front bumper of the Corvette there. So, nice pass by Fozzie. He now has Alex Jaspers 8 seconds in front of him. Looks like some of these guys we saw come in a little earlier, Morgan Smith, Justin Kirby, and Nathan Nickerson at the 40-minute mark there. I guess they are going every 20 minutes for a little bit of fuel. Pull up the pit stop strategy here. You can see Renner currently the highest person up here. He's running 4th in the rookie division. Is that right? Yes, because he's not being shown here. I would have to grab. There's Renner. You can see a little bit of fun here on track. Let's throw the pit statistics away for a second. 221 is that? Yeah, Powell Casca. So Renner's gotten around the 221 of Powell Casca. I believe that is Craig Potter. He has got right there. Renner looking to the inside. Potter going to open the door for him into the turn here. Renner does clear Powell. And now, clears Craig. And Powell clears Craig as well. Let's see. Right here you have Justin Kirby right behind Nathan Nickerson. Ooh, Justin getting that little shimmy out of the back of that Mustang there. Parker and the Audi here in the pits. But checking back in here with your lead, Dominique Ford having a 5.2 second gap over Mason Smith. Wondering how much closer that would be had Mason not come out behind the third position Sam White and the number 69 machine. Nice. But looking back through here, yep, we still have this little battle going on. We have Braden Carlson making his way back up. He is now only 4 spots down after that early incident. You can see Renner is up to 10th overall. There we go. Looking through. Check in here with Steve Santana, who is running at 9th in the rookie division currently in that red and white Porsche. So good to see. I think that's a. He didn't finish lap 1. Steve, that might be 1,000% improvement from Spa on distance travel. As we will go into there's Jack Peterson in 9th overall, up 2 spots from where he started. So good job for Jack there. Currently, the biggest gain of positions is Jose, up 9 positions from his start, in 13th overall, 2nd in the rookie division. And then showing CJ Conklin here in the pits. Let's pull up the pit strategy here. So some of these guys that pitted early are having to pit again, but they made it past that. So this does appear that it's going to be a 2-stop race, because with 15 minutes left, if they did 13 on the first stint, if you get that in from, that's 4 more laps. At 2 minutes a lap is not going to be enough to get us here to the end. They would have to save 2 whole laps of fuel like that. I don't see that happening. Not in an hour race on a 40% tank. Just not enough gas there to save. So this is kind of more of a sprint format. I mean, I know it's an hour race, but the short fuel kind of giving you that go, 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 go feeling. So we see Christopher Hamilton there going around the inside. Checking back in, James Pierce only 2 seconds off the back of Christopher Hamilton now. Hamilton made up a little bit of ground there through that traffic. Only 1 second behind Parks de la Cruz now. All right. See, looking in here, yep, Christopher Hamilton getting that under 1 second. Chris maybe getting ready to make a move on Parks. I wonder if Chris saved some tires, you know, took a change there. So, 2 of these guys mentioned here recently in the pits, just topping off their tanks. We should see a whole lot more coming in here in a few more laps. All right, well, check in here with James Pierce in the Ford. One of the few of them we have here. Definitely the highest ranked Ford we have tonight. But again, the rookie here, Sam White, showing that he is probably somewhere pretty safely on pace between Dominique Ford, Mason Smith, and then Parks de la Cruz. So, you know, running that kind of pace, I've got a feeling he might make it straight into Gold Division, because they do get a boost in those first 5 races to try to get their rating a little bit more correct. I believe we'd have to ask Dave Tilford to be sure for the exact Google Sheets numbers that he uses to figure all that out. Go back through here, check in with Fozzie here. Fozzie and Michael 6/10 apart, looking at their last lap times here. Oh, last lap, Maury was a little faster. Fozzie taking 3.6 seconds out of off of Jose there. Avi showing that he did pit his. Nope, he pitted on lap 12. We're now on lap 24, so I would assume a B would be in this time. See if he takes his fast repair, if he tries to save it. Jack Peterson in the pits here, as Dominique and Mason went in on lap 13. So if they make it to 26, that is 2 more. Should put their lap right about 52 minutes. I don't think you're going to save 8 minutes of fuel. It's just not going to be enough. But Mason with a 3.6, 3.7 second lead over second place Mason Smith here. So showing Sam White coming out of the pits here. Where will he slide out? Looks like he's going to drop in somewhere probably. Nope, he is just now getting to his pit box. I am hoping and guessing he wants to come out ahead of Steve Santana here. So we will have to keep an eye and see as they exit how that's going to work. And that is the 69 of Sam White coming out right behind Nathan Sides there. Sorry. Not Nathan. Okay, so he... Yep. Oh, I get it. So Nathan went in there. Oh. Showing an accident here for Alex Jaspers. What did our little Canadian friends do? Oh, lost the back end right there. Really not a ton you can do. Then the tires are hot. So nice recovery and nice rejoin there by Alex. Showing all right, looking in here. Okay, there we go. So now that is Bramble into the pits. We will pull up the rather ridiculously sized pit strategy boxes. Sorry, we have to give you a live to do that. About 2 more laps there for it looks like our leading pack. With just under 10 minutes to go now. It's getting a little warm, and that is Parks de la Cruz coming into the pits a little early. Wondering if he wants to try to undercut Christopher Hamilton here in the pits, break himself up a little bit of breathing room. We will have to keep an eye here on how they get out of the pits when they come back around for James to come in the next lap or two. Check back in with Justin Kirby in that black Magic Mustang. Normally Justin is a road racer, I believe. Or sorry, not road, oval racer. Seen him run the 87s with us quite a few times before. So this time by checking in with James Pierce. See if James and Chris go into the pits here this time around as they are going through the hairpin there at the bottom of the track. Was talking with Sahaj here before the race started. The old Süderschleife, the southern loop. Yeah, everybody's normally used to running the Nordschleife, which is the northern loop, which is the 13-mile section. They added this for our 24-hour or the VLN endurance races here. And man, is it the history is just quite interesting with this over the years. One of the last times I used the Süderschleife was back when Niki Lauda had his bad accident on that and wound up getting burned. It's Dominique and Mason are in the pits, and we will keep an eye here. I'm going to jump over to Parks de la Cruz and see where he's coming out, and he has Sam White on his tail. Sam has pitted, so as these guys are coming around the final corner here, we will see Mason and Dom already back out on track. As we will see here when they exit, how far ahead are Parks and Sam's versus Chris and James. Chris getting out early. James getting jumped there. Sorry, no, James not getting jumped. So Parks came out ahead of Sam White with that pit stop, and Sam is going to have to work to get around Parks de la Cruz. Parks a very fast racer, very, very clean, generally has the least number of X's. His forum nickname is Mr. Clean. So luckily he's running the PlayStation logo and not the one from Need for Speed Most Wanted. As you can see, these guys starting to get a little dicey with about 6.5 minutes left. Sam sending it up the inside of Parks there. Parks holding the outside line and Sam having to back out to avoid the collision. Although that has opened the door for Christopher Hamilton to make a little lunge here into the corner there. It looks like Sam coming very close to the back of that BMW, but he did stay off the back of Christopher Hamilton there. So great racing between these guys. Checking in the chat here, Jack Stoneman. That's the... I was wondering where you were, Jack. I was looking for that, I believe it was the Mustang last time. I was getting you and, was it Braden mixed up? So Parks de la Cruz now in third on the podium, but he has to hold off Christopher Hamilton, Sam White, and James Pierce. All these guys within a second of each other. One little mistake can cost you the podium here tonight. Parks was saying, telling me earlier how much he had to focus during qualifying and how exhausting it was. Well, Parks, I think you're going to need to be punching in quality laps for the next 4 or 5 minutes. So good luck, and we will keep an eye on that here and see if he is able to open that. Jack Peterson and Justin Kirby going at it there for a second. All right, so, well, yep, checking back up here, and that is Christopher Hamilton around Sam White. So Hamilton on the back door of Parks now. Where will on the BMW on BMW crime happen? Because there's an M3 that's probably going to have some damage in it by the time these guys get to the very end. Because this is not an easy track. I mean, as wide as it is, you'd think it'd be so easy to pass, but the problem is, it's corners like this right here through the Schumacher S's are just so tight that going too wide doesn't really work. And then you don't have a long enough straightaway to, try to get a slipstream and make a pass easy. No, here you got to earn it. These guys are running there. Check back in with Abhi Visravasam after his pit lane stuff. See as he comes around, see if he got his fast repair used. It does not appear. It appears that Abhi is still dealing with the damage from that early incident. Okay. So both of y'all were in the Mustang last week. Okay, at least I don't feel like I'm going crazy there, Jack. Yeah, the Ferrari seems to be where it's at for a lot of these tracks here recently. But at the end of the day, go with what you're comfortable with. And as I told Abhi earlier when I was trying to help him with some laps, for me that is not the Mustang, though. There's a lot of cars you can be fast in, but that one, it's like the BMW for me. We don't speak on the same level. Checking back in here. See these guys just laid dead on top of each other. Chris looking like he might have a little bit of a run here on Parks. Gonna stick the nose out. Not gonna make it this lap though. James Pierce has caught the back of Sam White, so this will be an interesting one to see if James can get the Mustang, one of the newest cars on the service, around the McLaren. Oh, Looks like he may have just got a little arrow loose behind Sam there. I did the same thing last night. It is, well, slight differences, but yeah. That you're at the edge of the limited grip there, and it just does not respond the way you want it to sometimes. But checking back up here, Parks de la Cruz still ahead of Christopher Hamilton as we have about a minute and a half to go, depending on exactly how and where. Dominic Ford, let's check here, see if I got a Barney cam. Do I have a Barney cam? Nope, you can't see him from there, and the pit lane camera, you can't see it from there. So, got this nice little drone cam here. Hopefully it doesn't make anybody too sick, but just gives you an idea of exactly how twisty they made this track right here around the start-finish area. As the car eyes on the Ferrari, the Rusties paint there that Dom is running is hilarious. That little thing, let's see, so we got that one, and then we have a hairpin turn. Oh, this would be a nice one here. As they come in down into this hard 180-degree corner here. And Dominique Ford having about a 7/10 gap. Don't believe we are white flag just yet. All right, well, let's get away from this camera that is starting to play with my head here. As we are past the 1 hour mark, so this will be the final lap. I don't know, showing an accident here for Ricky Renner. What happened here? We'll jump back to the leaders here. Ricky get out on the, oh, Porsche things lifted at the last second, and the back end just comes around. So as Dominique Ford and Mason taking the checkered flag here. And now Parks de la Cruz through the final chicane. Will Christopher Hamilton have anything for him? No, it does not appear that Chris is going to have enough to get past Parks de la Cruz here. That'll put Sam White in 5th. James Pierce coming in 6th. Still in 1st in the silver division, 17 seconds ahead of Sahaj Patiar. Justin Kirby coming in. Well, let's see. There's Sahaj looking down to the outside there. Checking here, Nathan Sides having a little bit of a spin at the end with trying to get around Sahaj. It's a good battle there. Then we have Ricky Renner coming in to make his final little bit here. I'll figure out who's just sitting here playing gin rummy and who is not. But so we are going to start pulling some of these guys in here shortly, as soon as the grid has done its thing. I think what we're going to do is pull in the division leaders here and get a quick interview with them, and then we'll do the top 3. So in rookie we have Sam White. Let's see if he is in our chat. Yep, he is. I'm going to take him to the waiting room there. About 2 or 3 seconds. Sam, this is John in the booth. You got a copy. You there, Sam? Guessing Sam was not, so we may have to go back to him. CJ Conklin here. Let me go back a little bit here. There is that, and we're going to go quarter speed. And let me find CJ. I know he's going to be in the quiet race room here. Drop him over here. Give him a couple seconds. CJ, this is John in the booth. You got a copy.
Hey,
So, taking home the win, it appears, in bronze division tonight. What are your thoughts on the Nurburgring for tonight?
love the track. Drove a new car. Uh, Loved it. It was a pretty clean race.
Seemed like it. Did you have any good close battles through it? I mean, it looked like you kind of were in no man's land in between a lot of people a lot of the time.
Yeah, I had a couple run-ins with another driver a couple times. I guess he lost a headset. I guess it's running VR. It was tight for a few laps, but I had a poor pit stop strategy, thinking I was going to beat everybody, but I actually lost a couple spots. But I'm glad I stuck to the P1 for bronze.
Hey, that's all you can ask for. Let's see. And next week we have. Oh, where are we off to next week? I believe it is. I gotta look at the schedule. Yep, Mugello next week. That's what I thought. You looking
Ooh, I
forward to
like
that
that.
one, or?
Yes, I like that track too.
Well, hopefully it'll treat you as well as this one. I'll drop you back in the quiet room, and you can. Congratulations. Anybody you want to give a shout out to on that 172 machine before we let you go?
My wife for letting me do this nonstop.
Always an important one to give out there. So, congratulations, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.
All right, thank you.
All right, and that is going to be. I'm going to cheat here a little bit and pull. That's not what I meant to do. We'll have to pull results here real quick, and we will go for the silver division. Make sure I pull the right people in here, and that is going to be James Pierce. So let me find James Pierce on thing here. Where is James? James is in general. There we go. Drop him in here for a second. Then a scroll.
What's up, bitch?
James, this is John in the booth. You got a copy?
Oh, I didn't think I'd be speaking to you today.
Well, I figured I'd pull each one of the. I'm not pulling all three from each division in. I don't have an hour and a half to do interviews, but I figured I'd pull each division winner in here. So obviously, having a little bit of a gap there over second place in your division. But what'd you think of the Ford there tonight?
Terrible.
I tried
Not
to tell
driving
you.
since Spa. That thing was terrible here. I was thinking, oh yeah, I'll drive something new. Yeah, maybe the Ford will be a nice little middle ground.
It's an
But no,
utter
that was
pig.
it was horrible.
Like,
That was not fun.
everyone loves to call the Merc a boat. No. The Merc handles like a dream compared to the Ford.
Funny enough, the Mustang everywhere else is great. It's just, man, I've never driven around here and tried to drive it around here, and on the okay, to be fair, on any set it's nice, like our actual race set, but on fixed it is terrible. It is one of the worst cars.
Yeah, it doesn't want to change directions, and it felt really bad to me the couple laps I did over the final, what I call the clunky chicane.
Yeah, it's front end plowed and the rear end did not want to sit down, so it was a party on both ends, I guess.
Well, congratulations on the winning your division tonight. Saw you trying to have a few little looks there at Hamilton once or twice, but you just decide I've got the division win locked in. Let me not do anything stupid, or
I was just kind of just gonna sit behind him. I lost the first race pretty much due to fuel mileage coming out behind him, so I was like, I'm just gonna sit here and save fuel. Might as well. So just sat behind. Wasn't really gonna take a look because they pulled away from me on the straights every time. So not only is the Ford not good in the corners, it doesn't seem to be good on the straights with the fixed set. So I was gonna sit behind him, save fuel, and just hopefully it came to me. But was hoping to put up a little bit farther battle up. Maybe even try and battle Chris and try and get up the parks, but got 4 tires on the first stop and then overfueled in the second, so there was really no chance to even have a little hop on him in the pit cycle. So it's a decent day, but was looking to be a little farther ahead.
yeah, I figure they probably next season. I get a feeling that Ford will get a little bit of a BOP bump. Probably make Ford happy with that one.
Hopefully, yeah, or hopefully we might go to open setups, please, maybe, please.
Oh no, I meant like for iRacing season.
Oh yeah, in general it needs a bump, but
yeah,
maybe open setup, please. No TC mode.
They really should allow us to mess with the TC. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, I'm not looking forward to there. It's going to be a Ferrari Cup when it comes to a rain race. I'll tell you that.
I don't know. The Porsche's pretty good in the rain, so we'll have to. I
We'll
think.
see. It's definitely going to be one of the other. I don't think we're going to be seeing anything else out there. So.
Well, again, congratulations on winning silver tonight. Anybody you want to give a shout out to on that 238 machine?
Yeah, shout out to 212. They made the night, even though it wasn't fun in the sim. It was fun in the call. So pleased to be, pleased always to be in there. So it was good fun in there.
All right. Well, have a good night, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.
You too. I'm going.
All right. That was James Pierce, your silver winner, and now we will go and pull. It is going to be Park Stella Cruise. We're going to go straight for that. Here we go. Drop Parks in there. Parks, this is John in the booth. You got a copy.
Hello, John.
So, third there. So you came out ahead of Sam. Is that correct, or was it?
Damn right.
Yeah, you just came out ahead of Sam. It was Chris that didn't. There.
Yes, yes.
But third overall tonight. Not a bad showing behind Dom and Mason there. I guess you just didn't quite have that extra. What was it, like a half a second a lap on them?
Yeah, they were doing 58s during the race, and I only did that during quali fuel and grip. So really, just goes to show how quick those two guys are. A lot of us here got to put in the work and catch up to them.
Well, so you hopped in the old trusty BMW tonight, so it felt pretty good, or kind of regretting that decision not going for the Ferrari meta?
I don't own the Ferrari, so that will never happen. And I usually run the whole car the whole season. I just had an exception at Spa because Spa 24 is that weekend and we're the Audi.
Of course.
Yeah. But it was really great to be back in the BMW again. All that understeer, gotta love it, and all the wheel spin through the arena. A little bit of issue there, but for the most part, it was actually pretty good. It was always great to have the corner exits. Yeah, it's really nice to be back in the BMW again.
Well, congratulations on third tonight. You looking forward for your Mugello next week?
Oh, a 900% chance of rain, huh? I don't think the BMW will fare very well, but I'll make the most of it.
Let's see. Rain equals Porsche, right?
Yes, it sure does. And apparently, I hate to reveal, but apparently also equals Ferrari, so get to look forward to the car selection next week.
Maybe it'll be a heavy downpour and the Ferrari just spins everywhere. I don't know.
Hopefully, we'll see Porsches.
Well, again, congratulations, and we will hopefully catch you next week.
Thank you very much.
All right. That was a third place, Park Stella Cruise. We're going to pull second place, Mason Smith in here. Mason, this is John in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, I got a copy.
So, looks like Dom got a couple seconds on you on the pit stop there, and you came out behind Sam White. Is that a little hard once you got past Sam to try to close that gap back down to Dom, or?
I tried everything I could there. It's a Dominic with excellent strategies as always, but I tried my best there, and the lap traffic and everything that played a part. It still wasn't enough, even though he made a mistake in like the very last corner. I thought I
saw
could
y'all
get him
were on
there.
top of each other, headed for the line.
Yeah, because he had very worn tires. I had a little fresher tires. That was my plan, and unfortunately, it almost worked. But yeah, it wasn't enough for a win.
So, you looking forward to Mugello next week?
For one thing's for certain, I think it'll be a Porsche Cup race in my eyes.
I heard it's going to be wet.
Yep, that too. That's the ultimate reason why I say it'll be Porsche Cup, because it's it's best at the rain. I don't think any other car is like good at the rain. Ferrari, it's like the exact opposite. It wants dry and it hates wet.
Well, see, Parks was saying that the Ferrari's good in the rain as well. I've heard the Corvette's good in the rain. I tried that at Spa just for a couple laps and said nope. So, I mean, I know every car is different to every person, but I'll agree with you. I think the Porsche maybe a little bit of a rain master car.
Hmm.
Well, anyone you want to give a shout out to before we let you go?
To my family and to everyone that raced here in the league and to you and the broadcast as always.
Well, we appreciate it, and hopefully we will catch you next week.
See you next week.
All right. And now we're going to pull Dominique Ford, our winner, in here if this thing will cooperate. Where is the mouse? There we go. Dom, this is John in the booth. You got a copy.
Hey, what's up?
So, a little bit of a Ferrari Cup up there in the front tonight, but Mason was telling us that you just got him with a strategy. You saw when he came out of the pits, came out right behind Sam, and that let you build a little bit of a gap to him.
Yeah, I think Mason for sure had the pace on me this week. I tried to match his pace. I was there at the beginning of the race. We were doing pretty good. I think he just wanted to stay back, maybe save some fuel, so he didn't want to attack. Which I was fine with. I figured that was going to be the case because if he was going to pass me, I was just going to stick behind him and do the same thing. But he for sure had the pace, and like you said, with the pit strategy, I didn't take any tires. I think he took all 4 tires. I only took rears, so I think that also helped on having a faster stop. And like you said, him being stuck behind Sam, that just helped me pull away. But as soon as he got around Sam, I was like, he's gonna catch. And he did towards the end. I even messed up my stop again on the second stop. I did for some reason iRacing reset my tires to check. So while I was in the pit lane, or while I was in the pit stall, actually, I noticed my car jacked up, and I was like, wait a minute. And I was like unchecking the tires in the pits. So I actually had a slower stop than him the second time, but I still managed to stay in front. And he nearly got me there at the end. I had a little bit of a slip on the very last corner while I was still trying to save fuel because that's like less fuel. And yeah, it was still a great race at the end of it.
Well, congratulations. You looking forward to next week at Mugello?
I hope so. Well, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, but that rain doesn't seem too exciting. I don't think I'll be driving the Ferrari again, though. That the Ferrari, in my opinion, isn't the best in the wet for me. I like to drive the Porsche on the wet, so I'll probably switch to the Porsche or something else, maybe the Lambo or something. But I don't think I'll be driving the Ferrari. But hopefully we can have another great weekend.
Lamborghini in the rain sounds like a lethal combo.
For Summit, maybe. I drove the Lambo at Detroit in the wet for IMSA, and it wasn't too bad there. So I'm hoping I can get the same treatment at Mugello.
That's Detroit. I don't think anything is going to feel good at Detroit.
Maybe so, maybe so.
But anybody you want to give a shout out to on that 91 machine before we let you go?
Like always, shout out to you on the broadcast. I know you're up here by yourself, but it's always fun going back and watching the commentary on on our eventful races down there on the track. And shout out to Mason again for great racing.
Quite a few people out here tonight, so there was a good bit of running all over the track.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Be excited to go back and watch that.
All right, well, congratulations, and hopefully we'll catch you next week.
Yep, likewise. Have a good night.
All right. So that was our winner, Dominique Ford. Let's see if there was... It didn't take you out of here. Hold on. There we go. Dom's out of there now. Okay. So pulling up our rookie division here, if it will be so nice. Yes, there we go. So for our rookie division, Sam White taking the division win here tonight. This division will disappear a few more races in, but at least for the meantime, you can kind of see which one of the rookies are fast and which ones are maybe not quite as much. But Ricky Renner, so he had an accident there towards the end. 48 seconds back. Parker Dewham in third. Morgan Smith in fifth. Jack Peterson in fifth. Nathan Nickerson in sixth. Jose in seventh. Fozzie in eighth. Braden in ninth. 10th will be Michael. 11th is Eric. And 12th is Steve Santana. So that is your rookie division. And going into the bronze division here that will stick around, you have CJ Conklin in first, James Molyneux in second, Alex Jaspers in third, and John Crane in fourth. Over in the silver division here, we have James Pierce taking home the win, Sahaj Patiar in second, Justin Kirby in third. Fourth will be Craig Potter. Fifth will be Tyler Bramble. Sixth will be Powell Casca. Seventh is Abhi Vishivasam. Eighth will be Tim Thompson. In gold division, we have Dominique Ford taking home your win tonight. Mason Smith in second. Parks De La Cruz in third. Christopher Hamilton coming in fourth. Nathan Sides in fifth. Nick Nickerson in sixth. And Jake Browder in seventh. Did not see what happened to Nick Nickerson there, so must have had some sort of incident that SDK did not pick up. So, but from everybody here at CRN, we wish you the best, and remember, keep the rubber side down and the shiny side up, and we will see y'all next week.